Hey guys, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me about their tunes and why they haven't been hitting the same boost numbers as their friends and other states, and why they may have been hitting a particular peak boost and they're no longer hitting that peak boost. In simple terms, cold air is more dense. It doesn't take as much. It doesn't take as much boost from the turbo to get to the same point as when it's warm. So I know a lot of people refer to my videos. I'm in the south, so even now we're in the winter and it's 60. So it doesn't really get too cold here, other than the morning time. In the winter, in the mornings it might be 40 degrees, but then in the afternoon we're back up to 60s and 70s. So with the higher ambient temperature, the turbo needs to work a little bit harder to get to the same point as when it's colder. So don't stress the lower boost numbers. As long as the car still feels great, that's what really matters, is that the car is feeling great. As great as it is to see a high boost number, you'll generally still be within 2 to 3 PSI of your normal numbers. So like in the mornings when I'm driving, I can normally, on my custom map 6, I run 23 to 24 PSI. But in the mornings, when it's 40 degrees, I'm hitting 19. So it is, that's the easy explanation of what's going on, just because I've had a lot of people reaching out to me asking, what's going on with my car. I was hitting 22, 23 last week when we did it, and now I'm no longer doing that. The other thing I wanted to touch base on is I don't recommend sharing maps. I know a lot of people have gone, I've done dialed in a bunch of different cars, and I'm sure a bunch of other people have dialed in their cars. I don't generally recommend sharing your map 6. The reason being is everyone is different. Being in a different state with different temperature, different altitude. Your friend in California, it might take, significantly different parameters for him to be safe or her to be safe than it would be for you to be safe on the East Coast in Georgia, because the altitude's so different that in California, Colorado, you don't, depending on what part, you don't need as much fueling to hit the same air fuel ratios as you do in South Carolina. So the tuning is going to be completely different. So I either recommend, sticking to the base maps, or, asking, if you don't know what you're looking at, asking someone, whether it be Terry or a Canon or myself, kind of to, take a look at your map and make sure it's safe. Like I said, the car is, the JB4 is relatively easy to use, but, if you're just blindly plugging things in and not keeping an eye on things, you could be running dangerously lean with the wrong parameters. And like I said, I just want everybody to be safe out there, make sure that they have the right parameters that they're putting into their car. And like I said, it's a pretty quick process. If you do want to be custom, you can just reach out to me or Terry. It's generally 10 to 15 revisions, and then you're dialed in. Like I said, I've dialed in a bunch of different cars and shown on the dyno the difference between the map 6 that I made and map 5 was about 15 to 25 wheel horsepower depending on the run. So like I said, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help you out. Like I said, I've been using the product for a while, and I'm like I said, I've got a pretty good grasp on what does what and what changes you can make to fix issues that you're having. But like I said, I hope everybody has a good holiday season. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. My email is linked on my page.